big game tonight, national game, right? It's the Boston Celtics and the Golden State Warriors, and it's the first regular season meeting. Jayson Tatum, who was roundly dissed at the Olympics, and Coach Steve Kerr. Sure he was.
Mm-hmm. I
think he was. He got limited playing time. Let's not forget that he was the only American who was in the NBA first all team.
Yeah.
First team all NBA.
All
NBA. Mm-hmm. The only American, yet there was no room at the end for him, okay? And I know there were some older players and whatever, and he missed some games where they didn't even play him. Anyway, Steve Kerr, to me, could have found minutes for a guy of that ilk, and they were coming off of winning a championship, and he's one of the best 5 players in the league, right? Because he's in All-NBA. All right. So anyway, a lot of people are like, oh, circle the calendar. I can't wait for when Jayson Tatum hangs a 60-piece on the Warriors or whatever it is and goes out to show Steve Kerr how great he is and all that. I'm going to tell you this.
Mm-hmm.
That's not what I want to see.
What do you want?
And it's not going to do anything because Steve Kerr's not playing. So him going off and beating Steve Kerr's team and him scoring 50 points does not do anything for me. I would rather him have a conversation with Steve Kerr or say your piece. You've held your tongue the whole time. You didn't want to make an international incident. The ugly Americans over there come back and pregame or postgame say, I think Steve Kerr really was misguided. I feel like I could have contributed. I'm one of the best players in the league. I'm not the best. I understand it's a team full of talented players, but I didn't think I was treated with respect. Coming off a championship, coming off all NBA first team, blah, 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 blah. And just make that case publicly and let Steve Kerr know that it did bother you. I would rather that. Here's why, and then I'm going to let you go.
Mm-hmm.
When Isaiah Thomas got dissed from the Olympic team for John Stockton, he went after John Stockton the next time that they met. And he had 44 points on John. Do you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So if Steve Kerr was playing against Jayson Tatum, then I would understand.
Right.
That's what I would do to you if it was about you got my spot and I deserved it. Doing it against the coach isn't the same thing. I love what Isaiah did by
Taking
just saying,
the player. This the guy y'all claim better than me?
Exactly. He was on the Olympic team and not me. I just scored 44 points on him, and he couldn't do nothing against me.
In that same Olympic run you're talking about, and as far as player to player, that's where we also saw Jordan and Scottie Pippen do that to Tony Kukoc. Because they were saying, this is the guy y'all don't want to maybe possibly pay Scottie for because some kid might come over here and be good from this other country. Man, let's show him, Scottie, how we going to do. So they did that too, taking it to the player. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm going with option C in this, which is I'm dropping 50 on your head and I'll have a conversation with you. Or if it's, I think it's an ESPN game, so Malika Andrews or Kendrick Perkins or whoever would have done I had a chance to sit down with Jayson Tatum before the game kind of a thing and tell him. He's usually very mild-mannered, very soft-spoken, but I would be absolutely okay with him expressing, I checked the boxes. You know what I mean? Sometimes there's the rules to this thing. I was the first team All-NBA.
Only American.
The only American.
In the top 5.
Only American. And it wasn't like a year ago. I still got the champagne on my breath.
Everybody was saying that I couldn't win the big one. I just won the big one.
We went to the finals. We won the finals. First team All-NBA. And this just happened within the last few weeks. And I don't get any playing time. I can't get some minutes out of respect for the game. Steve Kerr is a champion as a player. He's a champion as a coach. You know how things typically go as far as like paying your dues. Now you get rewarded. And nobody's saying he had to start every game. Nobody's saying he had to pay, the third most minutes. But there were a game or two, and I watched most of those, that he could have got in there a little bit more than that or gave him an extra 4 or 5 minutes. And that's huge because they go into this knowing I don't even care if you're Steph or you're LeBron. You're not going to play all the minutes. It's just the way it is because it's an Olympic game with a bunch of different guys trying to mesh with one team. You can find them minutes. And let's say for whatever reasons, Steve Kerr did it the one time that would be different, right? I was so locked into this game. We needed to win. That's on me. I missed that one time. He did it again after it's been addressed. Like, hey, Jayson Tatum ain't playing.
Still did it, right?
And you still did it. That's when it became flagrant. Again, he is too talented for you not to be able to find minutes. Now again, I also think if you're Jayson Tatum, you take this to heart and say, what is it about my game that they feel didn't mesh well? Because Steph Curry kind of can play anything. LeBron, we know, the way he plays, he can play anywhere. Anthony Davis, because he can go, you want me offense there, or you just want me focused on defense? So maybe there is something that Jayson Tatum will say, I'll continue to try to elevate and get better because he's still so young. But I would love to see him bring that smoke on the court, drop 40, 50 on their heads, and I would love them to be honest and say, man, that hurt. I thought I checked every box. I thought I did everything you were supposed to do to be respected and be one of the faces of this league. And in a massive platform like the Olympics, I wasn't.
All right, yeah. To me, the Steve Kerr as a coach, the points on him doesn't do anything to me. That's the only where I disagree.
But partly for me, it's more about I'm reminding y'all. I know y'all are watching.
They can
for this.
lose the game, and if he calls out Steve Kerr and says,
I get that.
I still feel like that's the point. Is that I held my tongue. I didn't think that the Olympics was the place. I didn't want to distract from it. But now let me just tell you, this did not sit well with me, Steve Kerr. I think you disrespected me and my talent. Josh in Arizona, you see, I had no comment. Josh in Arizona, you're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. I know you are. What's up, Josh?
How y'all boys doing?
What's up, Josh?
Doing great.
Good. If I am Jayson Tatum, I'm not saying a single word to Steve Kerr. I'm mean mugging him from first bucket to the 50-point bucket. And I say this, two things can be true. Steve Kerr could win the Olympics like he did and also make a mess of the whole thing. There was no reason why he had to do Jayson Tatum like that. And we all know Jayson Tatum got a little softness in him. He's a little corny.
Well, then,
whatever.
But wait a minute. But this is my point to you, is that you can't always let everything slide. Be a man sometimes, and you have to step to people and let them know how you feel. It ain't cool to me to always have to turn the other cheek and, I'm not going to say no, I don't want to. No. Not every time. You ain't got to be no crybaby, and every time something doesn't go your way. But there comes a time and a place to step up and let Steve Kerr and let the public know I'm not that soft guy you could just push around and disrespect my NBA career. That's all.
Right. But all I'm saying is I wouldn't personally, as a ball player, I wouldn't personally say nothing to him. I would say it in my actions to where he's seeing me mean.
You scored 50 points. Josh, last thing. You scored 50 points tonight and the Warriors win. You got your message across?
You got to win the game now.
No, okay. Yeah. That's my point.
No, listen.
That's my point.
I appreciate you, Josh. That's a great point. That's why I
Seriously, am I right?
No, if you drop 50 and you lose by 15,
and then what?
The storyline is that.
Say this is why I didn't play you.
Yeah, but I do want to turn up Jayson Tatum. I want him talking smack. If he gets fouls and one, I want him going at people's faces. I want him to get a Draymond and get a technical foul because he's going at. I want that. And if you're his teammates, I'm doing it too. We balling out for Jayson tonight. We're going to remind them of who he is. Who we got next?
All right, Dre. Dre in Michigan. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Dre?
Oh.
How you?
I'm good, man. See, me personally, I'm going to be petty. See, I ain't going to say nothing before the game. I'm going to go drop this 50, then win the game. And then afterwards, they be like, well, how did it feel? Be like, hey, I just wanted to show him that the only way I can be stopped is if some coach bench me.
Okay, so here's my point, Dre. All right, that sounds like a great plan. You have a bad shooting night.
Steph drops 50.
Yeah, and you lose. Now what?
Matches your 50.
Now what you go and say after the game?
Okay, well, same thing like what you said. Now, if he say something before the game, right, and then he lose.
No, because I've got it out pregame. No, I got it out pregame. I'm telling you about. I'm telling you about the Olympics.
That's going to justify their point. Saying, see,
no, because I'm telling you about the Olympics. I'm not talking about tonight. I mean, if they ask me about it, I don't care about tonight. This is the first time I got to see Steve Kerr since the Olympics. I didn't think the Olympics was the place to do that, right, with the country and all that on our heads or whatever. But now we're back on U.S. soil. I wanted to let them know how I felt. I don't care. And then you talk about the game.
Right, but at the same point, though, now if he do say that, and he don't play well, the first thing they're going to say, he was more focused about the Olympics than tonight's game. And your reporter brethren will do that.
Hey, Josh, Dre, I should say, Appreciate the call, Dre.
How about Philip in Indiana? You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Philip?
Hey, how you guys doing?
Doing
Good, brother.
Love the show.
Thank you.
I honestly, I would think that he would come out and do that, but let's look at him as like the consummate professional, that he'll come out and play as a team and try to win the game and not let it get that, like, to be that one person, the one focal point, because I know that there's what they're focusing on. But let's also remember that last night was the first time that a man has beat a woman that bad since the Olympics.
All right. Thanks for the joke.
Appreciate,
oh, my God.
Yeah, appreciate.
Thank you. Thank you, Philip.
Matt.
Matt in Ohio. Can we X out some of that? Matt in Ohio.
Yeah.
You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Matt?
Hey, what's up, fellas?
What's up, man?
Hey, so I kind of, by the way, I remember when you were doing the show with Brew, I honestly, I disagree with you a lot, Rob, but I'm with you on this one. If he hasn't had that conversation with Kerr before now, which, by the way, if he's grown, I would have had it by now.
Right.
I would have already told him, hey, Steve, like, you didn't have to do me like that. Like, this is, it's almost like you purposely tried to embarrass me. You know that I'm coming off a championship. You pretty much made me look like a fool, and it was disrespectful. So if you haven't had that conversation, I would get in the middle of warm-ups, and I'd have that conversation for about 30 seconds to his face, and then I'd go out and play my butt off and try to win the game. But, yeah, I'm with you. I'm not going to wait to see how I play.
Right.
I'm telling you to your face, I didn't appreciate it. Whether you did it 3 months ago or you do it tonight in warm-ups, I'm telling you about it.
No, I love
hey,
it.
Matt,
I mean,
thank you
that's
for the
my
call.
point. Yeah.
Yeah, you just listen.
You got to. Sometimes you do. And let's squeeze this last one.
Go ahead. Scott.
Yeah, Scott in Oklahoma. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Scott?
What's up, my guy? How
What's
y'all
up?
doing?
What's up?
We're
Good, brother.
good, bro. Dude, how you?
I'm doing good, man. I definitely do understand the disrespect that was shown towards Jayson Tatum. He definitely got to go step to Kerr and, explain the situation, how you felt about it. But on the court, I mean, he got to play like a team because he also got a teammate who just won the Eastern Conference Final Championship. MVP,
And he didn't even get on the
And he didn't
team.
get on the team.
Right.
Get on the team.
No, that's a great
So,
point,
I mean,
Scott. I think there's some.
He got to play as a team, but I understand definitely stepping to him and express how you felt.
Sometimes, hey, Scott, sometimes you just got to let people know. You know what I mean? Not all the time. You can't be a baby about every situation. Thanks for the call. But
Yeah.
there comes a time that was big enough in his career, and especially along with the championship, but the NBA all NBA first team, and you're the only American on that thing, and there's no minutes for you.
I think the
Dude,
big,
that's foul.
And I think the big slight is that it was acknowledged and you chose to do it again.
Right.
Like, again, we're not talking about one game. And then,
right.
all right, man, it was one game in the Olympics. Come on, you can
And
let
then
it
he
slide.
did it again.
You did it again after we acknowledged this, Steve Kerr. And again, you just beat our team couple years back in the finals. You beat our team, so you already slighted me there. Then you slight me in the Olympics. You slight my partner in crime, Jaylen Brown, and not
Totally.
getting on there. So I hope there's going to be some smoke tonight that I look forward to. 'Cause I like the rivalries. I like the beefs. I like that.
But if he
And
shoots 1 for 11,
but
it ain't gonna
I
be
think
there.
he's going to tell him. I think he's going to. He's already said a few lines here and there throughout the last few months. I want him to say it aloud as you do. And also, Jaylen Brown has no problem saying it. So Jaylen Brown's going to absolutely speak up, Monty. That's for sure.